You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming, a 70-mile tour to the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Homecoming, Tora Hiko's Path. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right back into it. All of our Patreon stuff will be at the end of the video. Anyway, let's go ahead. Alarm chain, you are up, and let's go. In the pool, yeah, look at them boys. Alright, he places his hands on the tiger's shoulders and gives a warm smile. Keep it up, I'll see you later. It was great to meet you, Hiroyuki. I hope to see you here more often. I bow respectfully, causing the salamander to chuckle. As I return to my upright position, he reaches a hand out towards me and musses my hair. I can't help but laugh, my tail swishing to the side. It was nice meeting you too. I'll definitely come back to cheer Tora on. He moves his hands away from my head and flashes the two of us a thumbs up before heading into the locker room. After he disappears, I can't help but give a long sigh, which instantly attracts Torihiko's attention. What's up, bro? Why the long face? I look up at him and give another sigh, my previously swishing tail now drooping. I flap my ears against my head. You were totally amazing, Tora. It's just, I never really took the time to learn how to swim well. My god, what have I been doing with my life? He looks at me with concern. You used to be scared of it too, but here you are. Not only have you overcome your fear, but you've become an amazing swimmer. I'm just the same old useless Nishimura. Sorry, I'm pitiful, Tora. My eyes widen as Tora pulls me into his arms and holds me close. He reaches a hand to the back of my head and gently massages it. You're not pitiful. Not at all, Yuki. It's nothing to be ashamed of. I had my reasons. I felt I simply had overcome my fear. The tears I felt stinging at my eyes began to fade away at Torihiko's words of comfort. Instead of the self-consciousness I was feeling, I began to feel warmth. Tora? His eyes meet mine, and for a moment I feel strange. Yeah, Yuki? Finding my train of thought, I give a slight grin. With my hands pressing against his chest, I gently pushed myself out of his embrace. You're still wet. In blinking, he instinctively releases me before noticing his still wet fur. He becomes aware of the dampness that has appeared on my shirt before erupting into laughter. Wah-ha-ha-ha! Sorry, man, I didn't mean to put a damper on your day. As much as I try to groan at his awful pun, I can't help but laugh. Smiling up at him, I rub the back of my head shyly. Thank you, Tora. Maybe one of these days I'll get better at it. He grins at me again, placing a hand on my shoulder. Why wait? I could give you a few pointers. Eh? Right now? Tora nods. Yeah, of course now. I'll help you become more confident in the water. I gulp and glance over at the pool. I'll admit it does sound like a nice idea. And learning from a good friend, a best friend, There's no harm in trying. I glance nervously over at the water. You know, swimming never bothered me much before, but seeing the deep end of the pool? I always panic when I can't touch the bottom with my feet. Taking water time, or coffee time. Coffee's mostly water. So I'm technically not lying. Would I be willing to have someone like Tora, a person I trust, teach me how to do this better? Okay, let's do it. Ha! I'll do the best I can to help you, Yuki. God, cursed him in that nickname. Where did it come from all of a sudden? He's never called me that before today. Actually, now that I think about it, he started calling me that yesterday, but I didn't give it much thought. Regardless, I can't help but have a goofy grin on my face hearing it. I don't know what it is, but having him call me that makes me feel special. I cast a glance back over at the pool. I'm going to confront my fear. Ah! I suddenly realized something really important, which makes me lower my gaze to the floor. I didn't bring any swimwear. Tora didn't really give me time to prepare for something like this. I didn't even know I was heading to a pool when he called this morning. It's no problem. I brought a spare Speedo with me. You can wear that, right? Wait a second. He wants me to what? I don't think so. The tiger grins widely and shakes his head, seemingly amused. Bro, it's okay. They're clean, it's no big deal. Or it could be just you're afraid to show off your body. I didn't think it was possible for my face to get any redder, but it somehow did. I'll show you, Tora. Fine, I'll wear them. A soft chuckle was his response as we head to the locker room. I can't help but feel like I played right into his hand, but it's too late now. Bacha! Hiroyuki Nishimura never backs down from a challenge. As we enter the locker room, Nagano passes us by, dressed in casual attire. He talks into his cell phone, but waves at both of us as he passes. He seems like a really cool guy. Yeah, he is. He's the one who showed me I had nothing to fear from water. Now it's my turn to pass it on. Opening his locker, Tora pulls out his spare Speedo and hands it to me. Okay, here goes. I accidentally peel off my shirt. Without saying a word, Tora turns away and chuckles. I take a deep breath before unbuttoning my pants. A chill goes up my spine. I get the feeling I'm, being watched. I quickly turn my head and notice Torihiko glancing over his shoulder. Tora, what the hell are you doing? He flinches as I shout. My face feels like it's going to explode with how red it is. As he tries to come up with an excuse, I decide I've had enough and point towards the locker room doors. Get out! Let me change in peace, dumbass! He pouts, but I give a good-natured glare. With a sigh, he relents and heads out. I waste no time changing and throw my clothes into Tora's locker. I feel a little awkward and exposed wearing this thing. I can hear him teasing me already. It doesn't help that I'm pudgier than I'd like, though I suppose I only have myself to blame. Leaving the room, I find Tora leaning against a nearby wall. It's like, coffee time. I feel stupid in this. Torihiko shakes his head and simply smiles at me. You look great, Yuki, trust me. He waves for me to follow him to the edge of the pool. Holding my tail around my waist, I warily make my way behind him. Without hesitation or warning, he jumps into the water. What? I see him resurface near the other end of the pool. You can do it, Yuki! At the tiger's sudden rallying cry, I feel a sense of confidence sweep over me. My eyes meet his and I nod. Throwing caution into the wind, I jump into the water. As my head goes under the surface, I feel the familiar sense of panic when I can't find the bottom. I remind myself that Tora is there. He's trying to help me. I can't let him down by failing the basics like this. I resurface and take a deep breath, trying to remember what I was taught way back when. Welcome to the water, bro. I force a smile as I awkwardly flail my arms about in an attempt to swim. Hold on a sec. I try floating in place as Tora swims over to me. See, there's your first problem. You're inefficient with your body movements, man. If you keep going like that, you're only going to tire yourself out. I'm trying, dude. This is harder than it looks. Nah, you're doing better than most. You should have seen me when I first started here. All you need is practice. Let me give you some pointers. Watch my movements, okay? I nod, swallowing reflexively as he swims out a bit before demonstrating various swimming techniques. As he gracefully glides through the water, I find that I can't take my eyes away from him. His muscles ripple with each stroke. Whoa. It's only now that I truly realize how different his body is, how handsome he's become. How big a package he's hiding behind that Speedo. I widen my eyes and curl my tail around myself to hide the sudden problem down below. Why would I be thinking that of Torihiko? Damn it, he's my best friend! There has to be a perfectly logical explanation for all this. Maybe it's... Planet Earth calling here, Yuki. What? I wasn't thinking about your abs, I swear. Huh? I asked if you caught all my pointers, dude. Were you paying attention or did you space out? Oh, there go my cheeks again, red hot and flaming from embarrassment. Blah! You're totally hopeless, Yuki. That's one of the things I love about you. Hey, I'm sorry, what was that? You want to repeat that for the class? I show marked improvement over the time I spent in the pool with Tora. When we finish getting changed, he smiles and boasts about how proud he is the entire walk back to the bus stop. I find I'm a lot quieter than I usually be on the drive home. When we arrive back in Minnesota, we wave goodbye to each other and go our separate ways. I can't believe I felt those things back there. This is Torihiko we're talking about. How can I let hormones do that to me? Well, I've still got work I need to do. There's no use thinking about it now. There you go, coffee time. Let's see. I can find eggs at... I look down at the errands list. Been shopping for hours now. I figured I'd be done with it in a flash, but for some reason all the things I need are spread across the whole town. To top it all off, I don't know where half these places are. Around the corner into an alleyway. The directions suggest the place I'm looking for should be near the end of this road. I thought I knew downtown Minnesota pretty well, but Grandma's list is leading me to depths I never thought existed. Come on, Hiro, the directions say the butcher is in the same district as the corner market. This isn't rocket science. Doesn't help that the temperature's crazy today. I suppose I could try calling one of my friends for help, but it's not like many of them have cell phones. Plus, if I told someone I got lost on a grocery run, the group would never let me live it down. If my estimations are correct, the road I'm looking for should be right around this corner. Ah! Oh! I unexpectedly bump into someone's snout first. Ow, my nose! I gingerly rub it, tears blurring my vision. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm sorry for jumping out at you. Oh. No, it's my fault. My apologies. Hiroyuki? I recognize that voice. Once the pain subsides, I rub my eyes to get a clear view of who's speaking. Shin? Oh, you don't know how happy I am to see you! Without warning, I lunge forward and embrace my friend. Hiro? I realize what I'm doing and release him, rubbing behind my head in embarrassment. Sorry. You're sure acting weird. Is everything alright? I stop for a moment to consider my next move. I can tell Shin my predicament, but is he the kind to hold it against me? Nah, probably not. If you're going to stand there catatonic, I've got better things to do with my time. I was just thinking. My face turns red at what I'm about to confess. Okay, please don't laugh at me. His eyes tell me I can trust him with this information. I'm kind of lost. Grandma sending you on errands, huh? Let me guess. You're looking for the butcher, right? How did you know that? Let's just say I've had my share of challenges shopping there, too. Need some help? The sun starts to set when we finally finish the grocery section of my list. I'm really lucky you were around, Shin. I have no idea where anything was back there. You're welcome. It's really inconvenient not being able to use my cell phone out here. Second, y'all. Coffee time. Really? I think I get along just fine without one. Yeah, well, once you've had one, it's hard to go back to this. By the way, I never asked what's in the bag you got there. I pointed the bag hanging over his shoulder. Were you out buying something too? Why are you asking? Does that surprise you? Okay, Hiro, choose your next words carefully. Kinda? I figured you had people around to do that for you, like your butler, Mr. Amaki. I'm capable of doing my own shopping, Hiroyuki. Besides, I like being the one to pick out fresh produce. Has the little black cat finally taken root in Minasato? It's a farming village, so it makes sense we'd have the freshest produce around. Yeah, but aren't your parents, paying someone to do this? I'm tired of leaving everything for somebody else to do. I'm not a child anymore. I like to be able to do some of my everyday tasks myself. I look at it like an exercise. I browse around, pick the product I want, check it to see if it fits the budget. Oh. That's so... You know, Shin, that's surprisingly normal of you. Surprisingly? Yeah. It's cool you're taking the initiative on stuff like this. There's only 2 of us in that house. I can't make Amaki do everything. I don't know what image you have of me in your head. But I don't live a life cut off from reality. That's not what I'm saying, Shin. Come on, Hiro, you're losing him. I'm just saying, I think it's cool you're helping out. It's kind of like me running errands for Grandma today. Oh. There you go. Thanks, I guess. I suppose I'm a little sensitive to people stereotyping me as the spoiled rich kid. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before I go, I'm going to give a quick shout out to our lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank you all for all you do for the channel. We greatly appreciate your support. Thank you to our silver tier patron, Cade Silvermoon. Thank you for going a bit above and beyond. It's greatly appreciated. Anyway, if y'all want to get your names in the credits, get access to not safe for work content as little as $5. Alrighty, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!